You gonna start recording?
I've been recording.
What?
Yeah. How do you like them apples?
The sneaky little cheeky whatever.
Oh,
Cheekies and sneakies and what?
I don't know. I was trying to use British words so I don't seem offensive, but it didn't work.
Ah,
Okay.
I got nothing.
Yeah, me too. Let's just start the show. All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Controller Throwers podcast. This is podcast episode number 93 for Tuesday, March 5th, 2019. What up, everybody? I am Mike. With me, as always, is Mr. Kurt.
Hello.
And Mr. Brian.
Howdy.
And Ms. Sherry.
Hi, guys.
So, who's got the first bit of news?
Ooh, I do.
Anyone else?
Oh,
I see how it is.
That's how it is.
Okay.
minority, of course.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So Nintendo lifted the lid on the 8th generation Pokemon game, scheduled to hit the Switch in late 2019. The two games, Pokémon Sword and Pokémon Shield, mark the first time a traditional Pokemon game releases on a home console. All the other games were handheld, so the anticipation was high. The game looked pretty much how we expected it to. There's battles, new Pokemon to catch, and tall grass aplenty. The three starters are Grookey, a grass-type monkey Pokemon, Scorbunny, a fire-type rabbit, and Sobble, a water-type lizard. We'll let you know more about the game as we hear it.
All right.
I'm excited. I
Are
am
ya?
because I like the way it looks. You know, it looks good. I don't know how I feel about the new three starters. I don't know. I'm not sure who I would pick.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But I'm excited because it's the way I've always felt Pokemon would look with good graphics. You know what I mean?
Yeah. With better
You
graphics?
think it looked like a
Yeah.
grass-type monkey?
I'm curious to see what a grass-type monkey looks like.
It looks like pretty much you would think a grass-type monkey would look like.
Yeah.
It,
Right.
yeah. So it's too bad that it was so they really could have had something there because they have a grass monkey when they could have had a brass monkey.
Oh my!
That funky
Wow.
monkey.
Oh, God.
Grass monkey chunky. That funky monkey. All right. I saw it too. I thought it looked interesting. It didn't really wow me, but then again, it's Pokemon. It's what more could you expect? I mean,
Right.
I think a lot of people had their expectations pretty high because it's the first console version of Pokemon, but I mean, it looked interesting. The areas were varied. You know, the world, the landscapes. It was your traditional Pokemon, so not like Let's Go. So that should calm some of the haters.
Yeah.
Although what I found funny is that there's a lot of people now that are complaining about this new one because they preferred Pokemon Let's Go's version where you can actually see the Pokemon running around in the wild and you can choose to interact with them as opposed to random encounters while walking through tall grass.
Right. Now there's two different versions of the game and people are, yeah.
Yeah. So, but it looked good. The one thing I liked seeing at the end, though, because this is one thing that that I found interesting, is that whenever you fought any of the gym battles, they were always like secluded in these gyms. But when you watch the anime, sometimes they have like you see like people going to like these big Pokemon fighting events and everything. And then at the very end of that trailer, it showed your Pokemon trainer walking in to what looked like a huge stadium.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping they have some kind of like big events, like if you're going up against the like going up against the top trainers, or if it's a gym battle, or if you're some kind of tournament, that you're in this big setting with a huge crowd and everything. I think that would be interesting. But actually, when I first saw it, I was all about Sobble.
Yeah, I
loved
think that was
Sobble.
the one I was leaning towards.
He was adorable.
Although, like PlayPod says, I usually take the fire starters. That's usually what I pick.
He's a fire starter.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I'm not a fan of the name of the games, Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, because I don't know, it feels very different than the way that the games have been named. I don't know, I felt like the games were more organic in their naming, with elements like Ruby, Sapphire, Crystal, Pokemon Diamond. I mean, yeah, and then there's like, weird ones like X and Y and the colors, and then all of a sudden now it's Sword and Shield, so it's like, I don't know, I'm just kind of wondering where that came from. I don't know. It's just weird.
I agree. And honestly, the only way I could see Pokemon Shield working is if, for your starter Pokemon, you could choose either Nick Fury or Black Widow. I was waiting for Brian to catch that.
God, I caught it, and I'm very sorry I threw it. I caught it. It's like it'd be like it would be like being at Wrigley Field and catching a home run from a Cardinals player. You just want to throw it back.
Okay, I'll take it. I never said it was a good joke. Hey, I'm the only one putting anything into this in terms of bad humor. In terms of bad humor, close that mouth. But I agree. It is an odd name because it's so different than what we're used to seeing. But we'll see if that has something to do with it. Also, you don't see a different legendary. Normally, when you pick which Pokemon game you have, there's two different legendaries. There's always been two different legendaries, as far as I know, except for the first one.
Being someone who hasn't played Pokemon games consistently or even pretty much at all, I mean, very little. I should say very little.
By consistently, I mean ever.
Yeah. No, I did play X.
Yeah.
I've played one of the versions before that, so I have played them a little bit. Has there ever been any type of has Gold and Sapphire or X and Y or any of the other names really have anything to do with or anything related to the game itself, or are they just random names?
If anything, they match the design of that game's legendary Pokemon.
Okay.
Sun and Moon was Solgea, something like that, and Moon was Lunala, Solgaleo,
Okay.
I think.
Oh, yeah.
Ruby and Sapphire were Groudon and Kyogre.
And then X and Y was when...
Huge,
was that like male-female?
I think so.
Because when they were doing... I didn't play those. But
I didn't play X or Y either. But I think it's like that. But they don't show what the legendary Pokemon is going to be for Sword and Shield. So it might be one legendary, just different, like a different design. I don't know. We'll find out more. We'll find out more about it. It looks interesting. But I think I like Sobble, but I might actually go with Scorbunny. Scorbunny is really starting to grow on me.
I just hope... I'm going to interject one more thing. I just hope that they don't break my hearts with the evolutions like they did with Litten. Like, I loved the first, Litten, and then its evolution, and then by the time it got to its third form, he was like this hulked out, like, cat beast fighting thing, and I was like, man, you had such a cool opportunity to do an awesome four-legged, like, cat beast kind of thing, and you went with Hulk.
You went with King Kong Bundy.
Yeah,
Kitty Smash.
Yeah. So I hope that they have really cool evolutions.
Vash says, I hope we could just join Team Rocket finally. Yep.
There you go. Make things easier, right?
Yep. So I think the only thing we need to know is, Kurt, what are your thoughts on it? as our number one Pokemon fan.
And which Pokemon would you
Yeah,
like
what's
to
your
draw?
starter? What's your starter? Wait, you watched it though, but you watched the video, right? Okay, take that. Either his screen froze or he doesn't. Yeah.
or he,
No,
Because you texted me, you're like, why did I have to watch this? And I'm like,
Yes.
well, for the show.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I was confused from the beginning. So I was like, yay, Pokemon.
Okay. All right, I know what Kurt's getting for his birthday. All right.
I've never played a single Pokemon. I've never followed.
That's why you
a single
need to
Pokemon.
stream it. You need to stream it. Someone who's
I have never, ever even touched a Pokemon card as much as they've been like around everywhere. I have never
Diglett.
even touched a card.
Kurt, now's the perfect time to get back into it then, or get into it. Now's the perfect time.
No,
Brand
because
new
I'm
game.
so far behind. This is the way I am. Like, I'm so far behind that I'm just like, man.
That's the great thing, though. The stories don't tie into each other.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
true.
watch you.
Jump right in.
You know, I'll live vicariously through.
Did you say you would
your
live
Pokemon
bi-curiously through us?
Okay.
All right. Well, moving on.
stuff. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Oh.
you're up. You're up, dude.
Oh, that's me. I'm sorry. Despite getting a ton of constructive feedback on Fallout 76, Bethesda is still planning updates for the game. Starting this month, the Wild Appalachian expansion will hit the game. This is scheduled to release on March 12th and will introduce some new content to the game, including brewing and distilling system. Okay. So,
Will that be
Saving
Wait
that.
for that one.
He was saving that.
I was holding it in. Players will be able to build a brewing station for their camp. Yes, this will give you the ability to brew different alcoholic drinks, from beer to wine. They will provide a temporary buff when drank, but Bethesda also says that they will bring a drawback, and just like real life, it will result in a mild hangover.
Depending on how old you are.
Yeah, I mean, if you're like 19, you could just crush them.
Right.
You know, once you get older, it's like
The worse the hangover gets.
So you'll be able to increase your beer's effects by letting them ferment. Wines and spirits in particular will require a longer fermentation than other drinks, but they can also change from a fresh to a vintage if aged long enough. In addition to the brewing and distilling system, Wild Appalachia will introduce new quests over the next several months. Sheer Terror and Ever Upward. The former focuses on mythological. Oh man.
Mythological.
Thank you. Former focuses on mythological monsters, while latter has you join Pioneer Scouts and earn merit badges. Bethesda is also holding a limited time Fastnacht parade event beginning March 19th, which will give you players an opportunity to earn unique rewards.
Well, all right. Hey, they're adding more stuff to it. I need to play it
Yay.
sometime.
I do too. I still have mine wrapped in the cellophane.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping that this would.
Mine's still on the store shelf.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was kind of. I put this one in the notes, kind of hoping that would give Kurt that needed push out to
That
the door
push.
to go get it. Oh, beer. All
Someone
right,
was
I'm on
like
board.
giving it away for free or something. I thought I read an article and I was like, wow, that's.
I'll get it. I have no problem getting it.
All right, there's that news then.
You just extra push for me to go out and get it. I'll get it. I've got no problems getting it.
It's on record now. It's recorded, so
no,
you have to go get it.
I just, after I saw Mike poo-poo it so much, I'm like, oh.
I didn't
all
know.
right.
Actually, I was one of the people who didn't poo-poo it.
Hmm.
Actually,
No,
actually,
he
if I'm not
crackled over
mistaken,
Red Dead.
the two of you, maybe even all three of you, listed Fallout 76 as your for your No Man's Sky Award of Shattered Dreams in 2018.
No.
I've been saying it from day one. So yes, I've been poo-pooing all
Yeah.
over that game.
Yeah, Brian. Yeah.
I don't know if I put that as my.
I can't remember.
I'll
either.
go back and I'll listen because I think you called it. Because yeah, but I didn't. I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was as buggy as they said it was, or as terrible as people were saying. But
I can't say anything because I haven't played the game. I just hear what everyone else is saying about it and how everyone else is just like, "Ugh." So, but I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah. Me and Mike enjoyed the little we played. Red Dead got us to stop playing it. That's true, Vash.
Yeah.
I'm going to get back into it. I really should get back into it.
We have, and we've barely gotten into Red Dead too.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, the last thing I want to get into it. I want to be able to play it again. But, with the backlog and all these free games that are coming out for the month, make it hard.
Like the games coming out in March. The games with gold. These would be for the Xboxes, because there's more than just the Xbox One. Adventure Time, Pirates of the
I'll get it.
Enchilada?
Very close, Enchilada. Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say enchilada, but I wanted to actually give it a real try.
I would love to be an enchilada pirate.
Yes.
Anyway, this game is available March 1st through the 31st on the Xbox One. Plants vs. Zombies, The Garden Warfare 2 is available March 16th through April 15th on the Xbox One. Star Wars Republic Commando is available March 1st through the 15th on the Xbox One and Xbox 360. Metal Gear Rising Revengeance is available March 16th through the 31st on the Xbox One and 360. The PlayStation games with PlayStation Plus, not PlayStation games with gold.
We got it.
PlayStation Plus games for March is Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered and The Witness.
What's The Witness, Mike?
The Witness, I think, is a walking simulator.
Is that one where you simulate where you go into like a 7-Eleven and then you like witness a crime, or you walk down the street and witness a carjacking and you gotta like tell the police what you saw? And
Ooh, I might have to
No,
download
I don't
that.
know what-
I'm not serious on that, right?
Yeah, I think The Witness, I think it's first person, I think there's puzzles involved, and I think it's a very interesting art style. Very
Okay.
colorful game, if I'm not mistaken.
I'll have to look into it.
But Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Bri, would you double dip on that?
For free to play the story again, probably.
Yeah.
I mean,
I will dip on it.
I know I played it because I think I stopped on like Modern Warfare 2 or Black Ops 2 or so. Yeah, I probably would I wouldn't play online again, but I'd play the single player. The Witness does look very colorful.
Mm-hmm.
Just looking at pictures right now, not to change the subject, but yeah, I might get Modern Warfare.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, that's some good stuff. But did you notice this is the first month for PlayStation Plus without any PlayStation 3 or Vita games?
I was gonna mention that because you did not mention anything. You did not put any of the other systems on it, so I assume that it was just for the PlayStation 4.
Yep. Last month was the last month for all three systems. Now it's just PlayStation 4.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's the end of an era, folks.
It's the end of an era and the beginning of a new era.
Start of a new one.
Yep. And speaking of end of an era, thank you, Sherry, for teeing that up for me, by the way. It looks like we're hearing more rumors about an Xbox One S without a disk drive. And we're actually hearing that one might arrive a little sooner than we thought. Windows Central reported that this system, codenamed Maverick, will be called the Xbox One S All Digital Edition. According to this report, Microsoft is looking to start pre-orders mid-April, with the console launching in early May.
Whoa.
Yeah. No pricing was mentioned, although if the rumor is true, we can expect that the system will be cheaper than the standard Xbox One S. We actually first talked about this back in November, and it was suggested that the device would sell for less than $200. So although this is a very interesting development, as Microsoft is rumored to unveil their next Xbox system at E3 this June. So it's interesting that they would have this brand new system, well, not brand new, but this new version of their console, then a month later announce the next Xbox.
Question on this though. Do you think maybe they are testing it out, the Xbox One S, and then they're going to have their Xbox Next Gen, and then their Next Gen Plus or whatever, how they would redo it down the line, then that one be their I don't want to say true, but their big driveless system that's going to say, hey, now we're here. We tested it out on the Xbox One S. Now we're going to really jump full on into it, because I think it's kind of ridiculous to get a new system at the end of this one's life. To me, it doesn't make much sense, but let's see. Who knows?
I would consider getting it.
200 is not bad.
Well, I don't know if I'd spend 200, because if you wait till around Black Friday, you can get a regular Xbox One S for 200.
True.
And they go on sale on occasion for 200. In fact, right now you can get an Xbox One S with Anthem for 250.
That's not bad.
I think at GameStop. That sale might be over though, so check your local listings. I don't know if I'd spend more than 150 on it though.
Okay.
Because here's why. Obviously, if the price is right, I would pick it up. But what really would do it for me is that Xbox Games Pass. I mean, paying $10 a month to be able to download any of those games that you want, with several of those games being available day one, the Microsoft first-party games. That's a really good deal. And you don't even need Xbox Live to get it.
Okay, that's fair enough. I agree with you. I would do that.
Yeah. So
if I was an Xbox player.
So if you were an Xbox player. But I would consider it. Xbox, if it was 150, I will likely pick it up. But I would wait until E3 to see what Microsoft has to say about their next Xbox system.
Okay.
This seems kind of fishy to me, right? Because like you said, why would they come out with a brand new Xbox system when just around the corner, E3's coming out and introducing the next gen console?
Literally the month after.
Well,
so here's the thing, and we're gonna, because I'm the tech guy. So when Microsoft came out with Windows 10, they said it was going to be the last Windows version ever made, and all that they were going to do is continuously update it. Do you think that they might take that into the console world, to where it's like, okay, this gen is it, and we're just gonna keep updating and updating and updating? Because I mean, how far can they go with graphics other than 4K and 8K?
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess
I don't know what's happening here. Sorry.
We're totally getting off base.
I'm gonna wait till the kids are done here.
I can't believe it took us this long to do this. Okay.
Sorry for everybody who's listening. You gotta watch the show.
Yeah.
If you want to see what's funny,
have to
watch
see
the
what's
show
so
on
stupid.
Twitch.
It was so stupid. We'll try it again in the after show.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Brian.
Because I completely missed it. So.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I kind of lost my train of thought now.
E3, Xbox system, what are they doing?
No, still don't have it.
Okay. All right, moving
Basically,
on.
Brian is saying he's going to get it.
Oh no, I'm still not sold. Just because I still like my physical discs,
Yeah.
and I'm also not a fan of the whole everything now is going to be downloaded, and you have such limited space that you're just not going to really. You're going to be forced to buy an external hard drive.
Mhm. I know. I don't like that either.
I mean, whatever. I already own one anyway because, well, Red Dead and Fallout 4 at the same time. I didn't have any room on my system at all. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, still, I like to have the physical discs.
Yeah. We're old school like that.
Huh?
Yeah. Yep.
So I don't know. I'll see. If I'm gonna get one, I'm waiting until after E3 because I've got some new console money saved away already, and we'll have to see. We'll have to see what develops. So that's our news. Brian, what games are coming out this week, man?
Well, we have actually not a bad list here. Devil May Cry 5, the PC, PS4, and the Xbox One. Left Alive for the PC and the PS4. Kirby's Extra Epic Yarn for the 3DS. And RBI Baseball 19 for the PS4, Xbox One, and the Switch.
Oh. Still in a bit of a lull. Not a whole lot of releases, but they are some good ones. There's a lot of Devil May Cry fans out there.
That's there's name recognition at least. I mean, Kirby.
Yeah.
Yep. RBI.
Yeah. I enjoyed Kirby's Epic Yarn. I played that all the time with Boy when he was much younger. Can you believe that game is like almost 10 years old now?
Wow.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So are you going to pick this one up for the warm fuzzy feelings of no? Okay.
I still have it on the Wii. I don't need to get it anymore.
Gotcha.
So, but I did stop off at GameStop on the way home today, and I got RBI Baseball 19. I actually, I still haven't opened it because I might return it already.
Why?
I'm taking a. The guy at GameStop even gave me a look. Like,
really?
You're buying this game?
Oh no.
Ugh. I'm taking a leap of faith with this because I want to play a baseball game. But I don't want to play MLB The Show, because yes, it is the most. It's cool. It's the most realistic baseball game you'll ever play. That's great. But for me, the problem is, it's the most realistic baseball game you'll ever play. I don't want a realistic game. I don't want a game where I'm focusing.
I don't want that game either.
I don't want a game where I'm focusing on stamina and substitutions and relief
and wind speed
and all that stuff. And
I get what you're saying.
Timing or guessing what the pitch is going to be. You throw a ball, I hit ball, I run.
Yes.
That's the kind of game. That's the kind of baseball game I want to play.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
What's up? Play the original? Yeah, I want to try it new, though.
Yeah.
Does this game have
If that's what you're looking for, this might be a good game for you, though. You know, a lot of people, they look at those games, and they're like, that's so simple. Like, why would you? That's probably why was it a young kid? Was it a younger kid? Was he younger than you, the person who rang you up?
He didn't seem that much younger, no.
Okay, because I was going to say maybe he was like, because he didn't grow up with games like that.
Right.
For us, we grew up with them. We have a soft spot for them. We enjoy the simplicity,
Mm-hmm.
So.
I don't know. So I'll give this a try.
Okay.
I'll see how good it is.
Report back to me because I think hubby likes RBI.
Sure. I'll report back and I'll actually have a review right up on GamerheadsPodcast.com.
Ooh.
And actually we're gonna work on our YouTube page, so we might actually do like 2-minute, 3-minute video reviews or something.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right, so Brian, thank you very much for sharing.
My pleasure.
Alrighty, so let us get into our retrospective. So for those of you who don't know, the retrospective is a part of the show where one of the controller throwers is assigned a retro game. Retro game meaning that the game must be 15 years old or older. That thrower's responsibility is to research the game, find out all they can about it. If they're able to play the game, and then come back to us next week and tell us all about all the exciting, fun times they had researching said game. Last week it was supposed to be Brian's turn, but he actually got our free pass. So the ball was passed over to Sherry. And
Yeah. Thanks, Brian.
My pleasure. Anytime.
So Sherry, why don't you tell us all about your game?
Well, my game was actually one that I submitted for the wheel, so I don't know why I'm so salty about it. I'm not salty about it. The game was called Demon Attack, and it was for the Intellivision. There's not a lot of literature on the internet about the game, so I'm going to go directly from the book, you guys, because I have it. I actually have 2 copies of said game. Look at that.
What? Hold on, I gotta go back.
2. Oh, okay, yeah. I got 2 copies of said game.
Can I have one? You got an extra one, right?
I do have an extra one.
I don't have an Intellivision.
What are you gonna give me for it?
I'll give you about $3.50.
$2.50. So one I actually bought in a bundle because it had off of eBay or something, because it had other games that I wanted. So that's how I ended up with the second one. But I do have the original one that's got the overlays and all that stuff. The other one I think is actually just the game. So we'll talk. But one of the interesting things about the game is that it has 2 different covers. So I know you guys are watching the video right now, but I can show you guys. You see this cover right here, how it's got like the artwork where it's like spoopy, where it looks like realistic?
Yep.
So that's the cool cover, right? And then they also have this cover, which is actually on the instruction booklet, where it looks like a child's dinosaur sprayed silver with a rocket pack like screwed onto his back, and it's supposed to be like super futuristic, and like, I don't know, it makes me laugh every time. So some of them got that cover and some of them got the art style cover. So I don't know why there's no mention of why. So Demon Attack, okay, it was a game that was made by iMagic in 1982. It was designed by Gary Kato. It was also made, or ported, I should say, for the Atari, the ColecoVision, I believe, and basically every system that I could find, it was ported to. But it really shined on the Intellivision. It just had the better graphics and gameplay. So straight from the book, I'll read you the little excerpt so you know what's going on about the game. Earth lies in grave peril. Winged terror screams across mute space. Legions of creatures bombard Earth's final outpost, Moon Station Tranquility. Intercept and destroy these garrisons, which breed destruction, or Earth is doomed. Survive the demon attack, then go on the offensive. Your laser cannon lifts off the lunar surface. You seek to track down Pandemonium, flagship of the Demon Armada. Its awesome bulk seems to fill space with menace. It spews vast armies of eternal night from its fiery core. Attack! End the tyranny of the Demon Armada. You must prevail against monumental odds. Like, they don't write for games like that anymore,
I was
guys.
just thinking that. I had this, while you were reading this, I had this warm feeling. Because I remember when instruction manuals used to have, like, they were like legit good stories.
Like stories.
And backgrounds and stuff like that. Now it's like it's 2 pages and it's all warnings.
Yeah. Do not eat controller. Do not eat game cartridge.
I'm not even joking. When I was looking at this RB, I think it says right here, right there, it says basic reading ability is needed to fully enjoy this game. That's how far we've come.
Oh.
Go ahead, sorry.
No, you're good. But yeah, so there's actually more. So when you actually, that was just the cover what I just read. When you open it, there's more. Okay, so winged terrors and tentacled terrorists from the Demon Armada shoot the moon with devastating weaponry. Only your laser cannon stands between them and their planned conquest of Earth. Annihilate successive waves of demons, then lift off in relentless pursuit of Pandemonium, the demon flagship. Outmaneuver or destroy galactic gangs of suicide patrollers flying straight from the core of Pandemonium. Erode the flickering shield that protects the demon base. A direct shot from your laser cannon through the revolving window of vulnerability and into the core of Pandemonium will end their foul revolt, but not for long. Flushed with victory, you return to the lunar surface, but you're not safe yet. Advanced waves of demons continue to pummel Moon Station Tranquility, and the Demon Armada keeps coming. Can you destroy them this time? And next time? How long can you endure this punishing blitz? How many demon bases can you destroy? Earth's safety hangs in frail balance. You must defeat them.
Okay, now that's too much.
That's the whole gist of the game, because, as you know, these Intellivision games are very simple. So your first, it's your standard, fixed shooter game. You're in space, you're on the moon, and in the background you see Earth there, and you are shooting waves of different demons. The first ones are called winged warriors, and I always called those bats. Then you get the tentacled terrorists, and they kind of look like tomatoes to me, or spiders. I don't know, but I always thought they were tomatoes when I was a kid. And then you get the next round is the bound bombers, and those always look like birds, and they were all attached, and they were like rainbow birds. So that's the stuff that I called them when I was a kid. So once you go through all these different waves, then you go up to the demon headquarters, I guess you can call it, or whatever. It's called Pandemonium, and it just looks like this gigantic red face thing, and it has a shield that you have to take out first. And the entire time, it's got these little yellow birds. Everything looks like a bird in this game to me. But they're called suicide patrollers coming directly at you. Meanwhile, you have to take out its shield. And then there's this little black space that goes across the shield that you have to get your shot directly into in order to hit the demon base and destroy it. So it's not very easy. It is kind of frustrating. And then you're like, oh, yay, I did it, right? Well, then you come back down to the moon, and you go through more waves of birds and tomatoes and bats, and then you go to the demon base again, and it just keeps getting progressively harder and harder. So, I mean, I played this a lot as a kid. I enjoyed the game. But I can't remember ever beating it, or if you can beat it. A lot of these games that have this like repetitive nature, there's really no end to. It's more just how long can you go before you throw your controller, right? So this is one of those games where you could earn a patch.
Oh.
You know what? I'm not sure, but it does say in the back of the book there is a Hall of Fame section that says score big against the demons, 999,999, and you'll go into the Demon Attack Hall of Fame. Doesn't say anything about patch though. It just says congratulations, you've joined a select few. Write us and tell us. So maybe it's not a patch game. I know a lot of the old games were.
Yeah. Mostly Activision games were patched.
Yeah, I think that may have been more of an Activision thing. So it was a one-player or two-player or a two-player co-op game, which, yeah, that's kind of, interesting for its time. The co-op game was very weird because it was two players would take turns against the same wave and attack, but the laser cannon control would alternate every 4 seconds, and each one was a different color. So you'd have to keep track of which color your guy was, and the other person would get points if their opponent, I guess, died. So even though you're playing co-op, you were still making points off of the death of your the person playing with you.
Gotcha.
But you are making it through the levels. So because the system does have, two controllers, so that was not a lot of games were co-op like that. So that was interesting. So yeah, there's really not a whole lot of information online. So
That's cool. I mean, I kind of I really like hearing your personal stories about it.
Oh, the tomatoes, bats, and birds. Yes,
and everything like that. That's what the game is called: tomatoes, bats, and birds.
Tomatoes, bats, and birds. I mean, if you're looking at this, you could see exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep.
It makes sense.
And that
So,
is
yeah.
the episode.
Yeah, tomatoes, bats, and birds.
I've actually got three possible names here. Let's see. Tomatoes, bats, and birds. I like that better. I like that better than Pokémon Shield and Enchilada Pirates. Tomatoes, bats, and birds. Okay. Well, good. Well, thank you very much, Sherry.
Sure.
So I guess now, since Brian lucked out and since Sherry went, now it's back up to me again.
Yay.
So I'm going to be spinning the wheel. I also would like to add that we had another listener request.
Ooh.
Game was added into the retrospective wheel. So the game that we added, our listener pick, was Caveman Games for the NES.
Ooh, cool.
So once again, if any of you listeners want a retro game to be on our Wheel of Destiny, send us a tweet at TC Throwers. We would love to hear what retro game you want to see us cover during our retrospective.
And
Awesome.
and please do that because I'm running out of ideas for games.
Yeah, I'm with you, Brian. 100%.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and give the wheel a spin. Let me share my screen. All right, you guys can see it, no problem.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Gonna give it a nice spin. Gonna click a bunch of times till my fingers hurt from the carpal tunnel syndrome.
Keep clicking.
It's worth
Keep
it.
clicking.
I can't do it anymore.
Keep clicking.
All right, Mr. Sherry 23 loves Caveman games. Awesome.
Were you the ones that submitted it?
All right, here we go.
You can stop clicking.
Where are we
Mike.
landing? Where are we landing? Where are we landing? Oh no!
Wow.
Oh no! So my retrospective game for next week is going to be Superman 64. Widely considered one of the worst games of all time.
I think you need to stream it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Yep, me too. Mike
Yeah.
needs to stream it.
Yeah.
Oh boy, oh boy. All right. Well, that's my game, and yeah. All of a sudden, I'm not, if I don't feel too good, I think I might miss next week's episode.
You're gonna call off next week.
Oh boy. All right. Well, awesome. Boy, am I regretting this whole retrospective thing all of a sudden. Okay. So now let's move away from our retrospective. Thank you very much, Sherry. So now we're going to get into games, what we played, or what we didn't play, or what we wish we played, or what we thought about playing.
I can't believe you read that.
Well, I guess based on the edit that was in here, who wants to go first saying that they played no games this week? Everybody played? Oh, no, Sherry's looking around. Yeah.
It's the thought that counts.
No, it's not.
Okay. And I thought about playing a lot of things.
Wow.
You thought about playing games.
And I thought about having you on the show next week. So.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
Ouch.
Mm-hmm.
That's all right. If you didn't play anything, you didn't play anything.
I
Real
thought
life.
about it. I've been in a gaming funk. I don't know how to explain it. I was going to play Minecraft the other day, and I told Kurt I was going to, and then I ended up binge watching, like, a show. So.
Yeah, and I loaded up a server and everything.
I know.
Sherry, I want you to get back to streaming Pocket Mortys.
Really?
I love watching you play Pocket Mortys.
No, I
Yes,
never
you have
did
to
finish
finish
it.
it.
All right. I guess I thought you guys hated watching
No,
that.
that was fun.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
You
I
need
don't
to
know.
finish.
It's very
talking-
repetitive, so I felt like it was very uninteresting to watch.
Is any game not repetitive?
There you go. All right.
It's very grindy. You know what I mean? And I always felt like grindy stuff
There's
was
a
not
lot
fun to
of
watch.
games that are grindy, and
Yeah.
everybody still watches it.
All right. I mean,
Yeah.
we're
We
almost done
support
with the
you.
game.
And we love you, and we like to see your grindiness and your Mortys and stuff. Yes, we
All
need
right.
more of Sherry streaming.
All right. I say that reluctantly. You can hear it in my voice. I'm like, all right. No, in all honesty, I have to get back to The Last Guardian. I really want to. I want to finish that story up. That's like the next thing I really want to, because I started it already, and I want to just keep going with it. So.
That's that cat drag.
Bird
game, right?
doggo floof. Yeah. With the kid. Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
You're weird.
You're weird.
I want to see how it plays out, darn it.
All right, Brian, how about you?
Well, I have played games, but only 2. Played a little bit of Minecraft, but not much. So I don't know. Like I said, maybe an hour worth over the weekend. Still going through Red Dead Redemption, and got through a little bit more of the story. And I'm still doing the stupid challenges. And the next one that has been sucking away all of my life has been collecting all 43 species of plants.
What number you at?
36? No, about
Wow.
30. There's 5 left, and those are the 5 that I can't get until I unlock the other part.
Okay.
No,
Well,
don't praise
lot-
me. I looked up locations on the internet. Don't praise me.
Yeah, but at the same time, that's a lot farther than you were before, so that's progress.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
It's cheaty
But
progress.
Again, yes. I found probably about 25 on my own, and then I was like, you know what? Screw this. I'm done. And then I just went for the internet and found the rest of them. And most of them were the orchids, the rare orchids that you could find that are apparently worth a lot of money if I could find the person that buys them. Because I have a lot of them. I have a lot, like doubles and triples of some. So whenever I can find that person, I should stand to make some good money.
There you go.
What else? Went through a little bit more on the story, and I went and hunted and killed the legendary panther,
Ooh.
which was also one of the challenges that it does not unlock. It's the Master Hunter Challenge number 10, so it doesn't unlock until you do all the rest of those.
Nice. Well, good work on that. See, I'm going the opposite route. I'm getting through the story as quickly as possible, whereas you're trying to find Robert Plant or whatever. Sorry. I'm not. I told you it was a rough day at work today. I'm not on point with my dad joke. I don't pretend to be. All right. Well, good. Thank you for that, Brian.
You're welcome.
Kurt, how about you?
I played. I don't even know how to say it.
Tier.
Try. I think it's try,
tier.
right?
No, it's TYR, so just tier.
Oh, tier. Yeah, I played that. Forgot what the rest of the name was.
Tunes of Valhalla.
Yeah.
That game.
That.
Yeah.
And I did a review on that. You'll see that shortly on the Gamerhead podcast thing. So I played that. And if you don't read the review, I'll give you a brief synopsis of it. I like the graphics. I like the gameplay. I do not like the fact that you cannot change controls. And I do not like the fact that I can't save at a waypoint. Outside of that, you're going to have to go to Gamerhead Podcast and actually read the rest of the review on how I reviewed that. After that, played a little bit of bags.
That's right.
Yeah.
Target
So
Toss Pro
toss-
bags.
Target Toss Pro bags for the Wii. I was tossing some bags around and doing bag things and bagging
Yeah, I
it
want
up.
to play that. We need to have a bag night, you
Yep.
guys.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. And that's the best. I also played Brunswick. What was it? Brunswick Cosmic Bowling. I played that. Which, it's
It's a
bowling.
Had some good music.
Yeah, the music was
The
good.
music was good.
Yeah.
I was like jamming to music. I'm
Yes.
like, yeah, all right. I think that's it. I think it was just those three that I played. I don't think I played anything else.
All right.
So that's my stuff. And that was all in one day, all in one stream. So
Yeah.
I got all my gaming in 3 hours.
Sweet. All right. Well, thank you, Kurt. So I did a little cowboying myself. I played a game called 12 is Better Than 6 on the Switch, which is a Old West game, a shooter, and it's a top-down shooter. So it kind of looks like a Legend of Zelda type game, but all you could really see is your character's sombrero. And the art style is very interesting. It looks like somebody drew it on a note, like on a what are those? A college style notebook. You know? Like in just black and white. And
Yeah, it does look like doodles. Yeah.
they look like doodles, but they look good, and the gameplay is really, really difficult.
Yeah.
The storyline was interesting. There were a few grammatical errors in it, and as because I'm pretty cuckoo when it comes to grammar, so but the gameplay was very difficult, but not like unfair. You have to be very careful. There were a few concerns I had with the game, but that review will also be up soon over at GamerheadsPodcast.com, so you can check that out.
I liked the colorful language.
There was a lot of colorful language. I'll say that. I censored
it.
myself as I was reading it on the stream because Mama raised a good boy. But yeah, so I played that. I also played some more Tetris 99. I got win number 2, everybody.
Woo! GG.
Yep.
Yay.
Did you take a screenshot and print it?
No, I did save the video, and so I have the video saved on my Switch. I also came in second place on a match too. And
On the stream, right?
On my stream,
Yeah.
I came in second
Nice.
place. Oh, but it was still exhilarating when I won, but not as exciting as my first win. But I still enjoy it. I was actually just playing it before we started recording, and I came in 6th place.
Yeah.
Still going strong. Carrington from Real Dudes podcast. I think he's at 3 wins right now, so I gotta step up my game. I gotta catch up to him. And I was watching him stream. He got his first win during his stream, so that was pretty cool to watch.
Nice.
Yeah. So other than that, and I only played one other game, and I don't know if I would consider being played, but I actually tested out a new feature this weekend, and I streamed the very first WWF controller throwdown.
Oh, yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, so what I did was, I played WWF No Mercy for the Nintendo 64. I created characters from the 4 of us from the controller throwers, as well as some of our associates. Tanuki, who's always in here. Loyal listeners. Tanuki, who's always in here. Also created Roger from Gamerheads. And what I did was I set the difficulty to expert, and instead of myself being involved in the matches, I just let it be CPU versus CPU, and I just sat there and I commentated.
I was going to say, you were involved.
I was involved, yes, and that was tough trying to keep up and trying to remember all those wrestling move names.
That was funny.
And everything.
That was the best part.
And when I couldn't remember anything, I just made stuff up, because why not?
Yeah. I didn't know any different.
There's the Harry Flanagan, and
Sounds like a wrestling move, yeah. Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
An adjective and a noun that don't normally belong together, and you've got a wrestling move.
There you go.
Yeah.
So viewers, send us your made-up wrestling names.
Yeah. So, but it was a lot of fun. So we had, it was Kurt versus Tanuki, Brian versus Sherry, myself versus Roger. And
then we had the Royal Rumble with the four of us.
We had also a triple threat match. Yep. Tanuki came out on top. He was the strongest of all of us. But it's something.
It's a
With the sweater.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's something that I want to try doing once a month. And what I would love to do eventually is to have storylines and everything. I would like you guys to all record dialogue and just have that static picture of just your characters up on the screen while you're doing before game or before match interviews, things like that. It would take a lot of planning.
Can we pick our own entrance music too?
Not on the N64. The first one to do that was a WWF game for the Xbox, where you can have songs saved to your hard drive and use those songs as your entrance songs.
But hold on, you want a static image of us?
A static image from the game. I would just take a screenshot.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, because we could do just an overlay on the game with audio.
That would be cool to do that. Yeah.
We can do stuff and things.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was a lot of fun. I think that worked out pretty well. I need to get another commentator in though. It's better with two people. So.
Oh sure.
So yeah. So
I could jump on that.
All right. It'd be like the old days, Kurt, when we used to go to WWE events.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, there's Sherry with the blonde Blumpkin.
Well, all right. We'll have to talk about the naming of things. But no, that's right. Yeah, I don't know. It was fun. But check out, go to twitch.tv/TCThrowers and you can go check out our VODs. You'll see the controller throwdown, the first issue or the first episode. So. But that just about does it for this week's episode of the Controller Throwers podcast. Thank you everybody so much for watching and listening. Be sure to check us out on the medias of the social variety. You can go to facebook.com/TCThrowers. You can also find us on Twitter at TCThrowers. That's at T as in Tom, C as in Charlie, Throwers as in anyone?
Throwing
Doing stuff.
Throwing things. You can also email us, thecontrollerthrowers@gmail.com. Be sure to check us out on iTunes, Google Play. You could also find the podcast on GamerHeadsPodcast.com, as well as all of our reviews. And speaking of which, be sure to check out the Gamerheads Podcast, which posts every Sunday, as opposed to us posting every Wednesday. So we're teamed up with them for some awesome goodness for your ear holes. So until next time, Kurt, Sherry, do you guys want to share your Twitch names and stuff? If you're Sherry, when are you gonna talk about streaming Pocket Mortys? Help me out, I'm drowning here, folks.
I'm being forced into this. Okay, yeah.
Commit.
No, I stream on Twitch under the name Sherflow, SHERFLO, all one word. I haven't streamed in a while. I'm a little rusty, so forgive me. But yeah, I do need to. There's so many games I need to finish. Apparently, Pocket Mortys is one of them by popular demand. And I do stream from my PS4 from time to time. Every once in a while, I do a fish tank stream. So if anybody is looking for a chill, relaxing stream to watch when studying, or you just want to hang out and chill with some really cool people in the chat, you're welcome to do so. we will be learning about why fish build hills in my fish tank. That was the source of everyone's entertainment the last time. We watched this fish do that for about an hour or so. So yeah, good times, good times.
And good music.
Yeah. It's chill.
Yep. Kurt?
All right, you. The other one. You do it.
Me. Oh,
Yeah.
my turn?
Yeah.
I guess I do stream. Never trusting. Without the G, so never trusting. I do variety streams, I guess, whenever I can.
Bags.
And play bags.
By himself.
All right.
Yeah, by myself, yeah. So, against, I don't even, and the weird thing about that game is you don't even have a computer component. It's just you.
Right. Yeah, that was
like,
weird.
I was like, oh, I'm playing by myself. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
But yeah, so I do things over there. So if you want to do never trusting, that's where I'm at.
Cool. Thank you very much. All right, well, thanks again, everybody, for hanging out with us. Be sure to stick around. We'll do some chatting in the after show. But until next week, play some games, have some fun. We'll see you all next time. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.
If you like video games, debates, and silly banter, you'll love Gamerheads Podcast.
Outside of your store, because I do feel like your store knows its identity. I do. I think that you guys know what you are. No?
Not always.
Really?
It sells fidget spinners.
Well,
Not anymore.
I mean, for a while. but-
Not
I mean,
anymore.
Not
We're
that
experimenting
not
with our...
anymore.
That's what I'm saying, though. You were just experimenting.
Golf was made by a Japanese guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go Iwata.
Yeah.
Oh, the game.
Yeah, not the
Okay.
sport.
Yeah.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
like, huh.
Well, speaking of Nintendo.
Follow Gamerheads on Podbean at gamerheadspodcast.podbean.com.
What's up, everybody? I'm Tyler,
I'm Lucas. And I'm Chris.
and we're better than Static. We meet up once a week and talk about movies, comics, and video games.
I don't want to talk about that.
What? Why are you complaining about all the topics I bring up? I'm trying to sound professional, Chris.
But we're not that good.
We are too good.
We may not be great, but we are better than Static.
You guys can hit up iTunes, Podbean, Google Play, and YouTube to check us out.
Hey, it's Carrington from Real Dudes Podcast, and with me I have some fantastic co-hosts. Guys, why don't you introduce yourselves?
This is Andrew, coming to you from Lynchburg, Ohio.
This is Cody, coming from you also from Ohio.
And this is Kyle, coming to you straight from the armpits of West Virginia. We are an indie gaming podcast. We all share a love for games, and you can check out our show on Podbean. Just search for Real Dudes Podcast. You can also find us on iTunes, Google Play, really any of the podcasting outlets that you like to use. Again, that is Real Dudes Podcast. Be sure to check us out on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. If you love video games, you will love our show.
Have you ever been reading through a stack of comics and thought, hey, maybe I should see what this Arkham Asylum game is all about? Or been playing Marvel vs. Capcom and felt like you were at a real disadvantage because you didn't know who half the characters were? Well, Play Comics is the show for you. I'm Chris, and each episode, I take a look at video games based on comic book properties and how well they stick to that source material. So, whether you know the comics and want to actually learn how these games work, or know the games and want to know what the hell is going on, go check out Play Comics at playcomics.com, the Brain Trust Bros Network, or wherever you find your favorite podcasts.